And the other thing that we find, and I just did this exercise before we got on this recording, is you also want to learn what the capital surplus is of the company. So these insurance companies are required to have reserves, significant reserves, and just capital surplus. And we were comparing an A minus in this case to an A plus. And in my mind, I was like, well, the A plus is going to have to have probably better surplus capital than the A minus. And actually, it was the complete opposite. The A minus had just under 5% in capital surplus and ended up being like 3.5 billion with a B dollars in capital surplus. And then that A plus rated company, it only had a 3.9% capital surplus. But it was still pretty large, the amount of money, but comparison analysis in terms of just percentage of capital surplus according to the assets and the liabilities, the A minus was better. And that actually won that client over to help them make a decision towards leaning that way, because they were already going that direction, because that income annuity actually provided more, just slightly more income. It also offered some other contractual guarantees, which we're going to cover in this episode, which the other company did not. So, ultimately it's about helping you make a more confident decision. And we do that by analysis. And these are the things that we look at.
Yeah, taking a little bit more of a step into that letter rating is important to us. It doesn't always mean that's the end all be all answer. So we're going to go a little bit further in that assessment.
Exactly.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just going to say, that's pretty much it with the ratings. It's pretty simple. You can always still take a little bit more of a dive into things like the vital signs, which will take a look at the specific investments of the issuing insurance company. It'll look at their bond portfolio composition. It'll tell us things like their non-performing assets and like what that percentage is of their overall portfolio. So there's a lot of things that we can look at to help you make a really, really good decision.